Wow, this trial's off to... Oh wait, no, we're not even starting. It's off to an interesting mid-quote and everything.
Yes, please provide the court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn.
Alright then.
Here we go.
Secret
All right.
heist. I first received a request from Lord Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box and Zvani! It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to save the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my car 10 days beforehand.
Punctual.
I will handle security by myself to ensure that my crime will go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th.
You know, if this were the usual Ace Attorney trial, this sort of testimony from a witness would be a godsend.
That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's the problem, Maya.
but we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave. Or we're sunk.
With this, you're sure there are no mistakes this time.
Zvani!
A simple yes or no would do. Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
With pleasure. Hold it! You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right?
Indeed. It seemed that they had heard from my sparkling reputation.
I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos.
Well, I'm not sure it's her fault, totally. Come on.
You better watch out too, Maya.
Uh,
Well, considering Maya's luck.
what is the Phoenix trying to imply here?
Well, remember how last year it was Eenie Miney who came to look at the occult, and we all know how that went.
Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn. And she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me.
Huh. Interesting new tidbit.
There we go, I think.
Just making sure. Objection! Mr. Atmey, if you really are Mask Star to Mask, then you also
Then what?
wrote this calling card, correct? Fun fact, this is one of those bits where you can actually present this calling card on several of his statements and they'll all
Well, of
work.
course.
Oops.
Is there a problem with that calling card?
Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Mask Star to Mask had written. Take good care of the sacred urn. Now, the speckled here surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Yes, that is true, but so what?
Truth be told, there is no way that Mask Star to Mask could have known about this pattern.
What do you mean?
This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains.
Nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains?
And these stains did not appear. Ha! Until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor.
I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite.
I don't know, you two are looking funny from my perspective. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse,
That's racist.
the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say an error phone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn.
You can't be serious.
I am serious. And
This
thank
is
you
my
for
serious
not
voice.
calling me Shirley. Yet, this calling card clearly matches and mentions the paint pattern, which means Detective Atmey had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. Who'd have thought that Adrian dropping the urn would help this? And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water! So much for watertight.
So, are we done yet?
No. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Other than Savari?
Alright, that did it. He's broken.
Phoenix, don't jinx it.
Nick, I think it's still a little early for a victory pose.
There we go.
It's always too early, isn't it? Wait, huh?
Tulsa?
It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yeah, why are people like Joe Kinnaman and the other one around acting? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Master Damask, and now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being attacked, Nickel?
About that go, though.
We just presented material proof about it.
But that's a good point.
No way! Don't fall for that too, Your Honor. Besides, this is how we usually are. Fickle as ever.
You say that Luke Atmey was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that?
An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright. Motive. Might you my merry murder's motive?
Alliteration!
My call.
Nick, he's getting his second win.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the spin-off of V for Vendetta. If you prepared an alibi and pinned his crime on one delight, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder.
Good point.
The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, Detective?
Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear.
Without a motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case.
Especially this one so complicated.
Now then, maybe you can enlighten us to what the defendant's motives were.
Thank you, Sir Old-Timer.
Who sounds like he's talking into a cup. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious.
I am holding a cup, you moron.
No, I was talking about the judge. Despite our lack of hard evidence, this is our
The
only
judge is
chance.
drinking... But Jovah, don't you see? The judge is drinking tea. He needs it.
Right.
I, Luke Atmey, had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullard decided to investigate Master the Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron the Light. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. the Light for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Master the Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullard. Truly a tragedy.
Alas. Although from what we know, the victim was an a-hole.
So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant.
So basically, Jovah, King's Quest logic. It's okay to kill people as long as they're the bad guys.
This is the blackmail
Yeah.
letter. A handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
What? Blackmail letter updated in the court record.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination.
I'm just gonna check the updated information to make sure I don't get caught off guard. Okay.
Okay.
Motive for murder. Hold it! Huh. And who in the world is going to prove that?
I will.
Oh.
Did you forget who I was, you imbecile? After doing a thorough background check of Detective Atmey and Kane Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. It's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security.
Try again, Judge.
Nope. That was blunt.
In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight.
Yeah.
Hold it!
Plot twist, the murder is actually Wendy Oldbag. That's a super twist of the case.
That would... you never
That's
know.
right. Mistook. From the Old Norse mistaka, meaning to take in error.
Oh, good education. Wait. That wasn't what I meant.
Just who did the victim mistake Master Ardemas to be?
Why, the answer is obvious. On the light, of course.
Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Ha! Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Mask Star to Mask? Trademark.
Don't you already know that? Zvani! Take a look at this newspaper.
Gotta have a look at this cliche.
Ding.
Ding! Oh-ho! That's the famous Tear of Emanon, a magnificent jewel.
That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not?
I don't care.
Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant.
The defendant?
The victim clearly misread this article and Zvani! He got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master of the Mask.
I wouldn't say he looks ugly. He actually looks rather bishonen and cute.
I see.
That was an unusually reasonable deduction.
Huh. How
What is
about
this
that?
magic I hear? Reasonable deductions.
You know, for all his talk, he actually is pretty good at deduction. I'll give him that. Hold it! What do you mean by that?
Oh my! I was certain you were already aware.
I hate it when the witnesses may be smarter.
Zvani!
KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies. And since I was a security team chief, I stole data from the company. Or is it data? Oh wait, that doesn't matter.
Kane Bullard had yet to forgive
It's
young
data.
Mr. Delight.
Yeah, data.
Which is why he sent him that letter upon mistakenly believing he was the thief.
Here is a file that we discovered in Mr. Bullard's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullard was receiving money through blackmail. However, isn't this a bit odd?
You know, Vitesse really is the personification of the player or audience for this game.
Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money? Even though he wasn't actually Master de Mask.
That's a
On
good
that
question,
point,
man.
there was an unfortunate bit of a chance.
Hold it! Do you really think that story is going to hold up?
That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid.
What do you mean? Please tell me he didn't actually manage to have something to back this up. Oh, dang it.
I have here a memo from Ron Delight's wife, Desiree Delight. Ronnie thinks he's master the mask. Don't you feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him.
Delight's a heavy smoker.
I'm basically doing Godo doing an impression of Desi.
And as Hankazaria will tell you, that's an incredibly hard thing to do. As Hankazaria, in case you don't know him, he's one of the biggest voice actors in The Simpsons. He said that the only voice actor he's ever seen pull off that flawlessly was Mel Blanc, aka the voice actor of the Looney Tunes.
I'd say Mark Hamill's good
I
at
thought he
it
was
too.
actually pretty convincing.
Was I, guys?
The idea
Yeah, you were
was...
fine.
So you thought he sounded like Shiroi then? Goody.
Well, according to Deji, I can do at times. I have no idea how still. In one, I'm in a completely different country.
Objection! Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Atmey?
Why are you objecting? I am from a foreign country.
Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright.
When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, you may have mistaken it with Ron Weasley. I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction.
What's the term, Weaves? Red hair?
Red herring.
No, whatever. Contradiction. You know, the description that the Malfoys give to the Weasley.
Weasley?
I don't know why you're walking contradiction like you gets off saying things like that.
You're one to talk!
Meh. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't
That's
you
actually
show us
a
what you've
quote
got
from
there,
Ryu.
Junior?
What was that to you?
That was actually a quote from Ryu from Street Fighter.
Nice
Yeah.
reference.
Indeed. Time to man up, Mr. Wright. You must punch Godo in the face.
Oh, gladly!
I'm not sure if it's this directly.
To the blackmail letter.
Okay, I'll do it with evidence.
Okay.
Alright.
Take that! Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the Tear of Emanon, the stolen jewel.
What about it?
The problem is this jewel's color.
Color. I'm not much for discussing color myself.
True.
According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However,
Okay.
in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day.
Red?
Oh yeah, which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Emanon that Mask stole at all!
Oh, goody.
I was.
Objection! And your point is, Mr. Trite. So you were trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else?
You said it, not me.
That is what you're trying to say, right, Trite?
As raspy as your voice is getting, yes.
That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright?
Let me put it like this.
Well, that is what you were trying to say.
Yes. Let me,
Everyone's trying.
Bias against him.
I can match your rhyme. Godo, you're too slow. Judge,
Have a grudge.
yeah.
He can't think of any.
This is who Kane Bullard was actually blackmailing.
The badge.
You're blackmailing a statue?
I'm not gonna... Oh my god. Maybe. Nah. On my record, that would be a smudge, Judge. Oh, I got it! Naturally, it was you, Detective Atmey.
Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? Huh?
You're sweating.
You have been personally involved in every single mass start a mass case.
Sorry, Lips. Apparently, after the first case of the first game, that doesn't work anymore for some reason.
To be fair, there are times when even our own clients went on the witness stand, so that could be a very big double-edged sword.
Not just that. Who's not to say that it's hot in the courtroom or anything? The fact that someone is sweating doesn't prove anything.
True.
A jewel?
Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. The red diamond ring!
Oh. Right.
Yes, you're right, there was a fifth diamond. That is the diamond referred to in the letter. Which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you!
Well, fuck.
Round and around, the plot twists go. Where we'll go, a turnabout knows.
Order in the court. Order, I say, objection. It seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Tribe.
It's just a prank, bro.
Uh-oh. I don't like the way he said that.
Yeah, I should have said it more menacing. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke Atmey? Are you for real?
Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this.
You first.
Riddle me this. Riddle me that. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atmey's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity?
Well, first, you answer me this. How the hell are you able to slam your coffee mug down, have the liquid fall out, and then neatly fall back into place without spilling a drop?
Practice.
Fair enough. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
Got that right. The identity that Luke Atmey wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as...
An ex-detective.
Luke Atmey was a blackmailer! Oh god, this is like what the...
Blackmailingception? What?
Objection! Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying?
Let him explain himself.
You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atmey. No.
I wonder if Goda's just heard to never let Phoenix get an inch.
Are you saying that Atmey was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit it, that does sound a little...
I get the feeling that Christopher Nolan was in that audience and he thought, something within something else? I can make something from this. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atmey. But Rhonda Light was also being blackmailed by a certain someone.
You?
So, did you start to receive blackmail letters starting after this incident?
Sure.
Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Emanon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans?
From a kind person.
In which case, that would mean that Rhonda Light was actually Bastard de Masque.
Yep-a-roo. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atmey.
That was
Godo's
awful.
chugging the cider.
Silence!
Pepsi,
I'll
actually.
kill you!
Okay.
Oh. Yay.
Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What
Is
is?
Your hairdo is terrible.
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year.
Please don't
Aside
remind
from
me of
bowling,
school.
Careless with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong?
But
Actually,
how did you?
Actually, the report what we tend to get in school every time is he can do better, but it's not applying enough. You say that I, Luke Atmey, was blackmailing around the light? In which case, I will naturally know all about his relation to Master the Mask.
Well, yes.
Ron the Light started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed the first crime.
Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some hard, bitter evidence.
What, you mean tea?
During the first crime, how did Luke Atmey know that Ron DeLite was Master the Mask?
Take that! I think I see it.
I see it. Sorry, say what?
I see.
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year.
He's a bloody arsehole.
Gets into a lot of mischief trying to be the center of attention.
Well, what Godo's report card was.
What do you mean?
This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron DeLite in his guard uniform. It seems that Mask Starter Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
Okay, even the judge figured that one out. Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atmey. That's when you learned that under his mask, Mask Starter Mask was really Ron DeLite!
What the? Wasn't he supposed to be Master the Mask?
Not only that, but it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective.
Can't believe it was just a same blackmailer.
What a
What a
fraud!
fraud! Trying to pass himself off as an ace detective.
What?
This trial is a sham. Sham, I tell you.
Are you?
Sham.
How dare you expose me like that?
So you admit it then?
Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life.
You're really bad at this.
Lying.
I'm a famous and proud detective and also Master the Mask. Why can't you understand that?
Because you're shit at lying.
I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. Well, maybe an ace detective, you're smarter than I thought. But you're really a blackmailer and a murderer! That is your true identity!
Oh, how
boy.
dare you enter... What the fuck? Yeah, sorry, I cannot good into... So gone. I'm not good into old bag mode, sorry.
Well, that wasn't quite old bag mode. That was just him having no space in between the words at all.
It would seem we finally got to the real answer.
So, it's over?
That performance.
Yes.
Mr. Atmey.
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atmey.
All right.
Getting my bottle ready. Objection!
Oh, God, really?
It's always the prosecutor in the end.
The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim. What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my sentence. What do you mean your verdict?
Sentence, verdict, whatever.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
Oh great, just like Francisco, we've got a prosecutor who wants to take over.
You don't get much more in your face than that.
I agree.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite.
I don't have claws, I have wings. Where do you...
Phoenix is half claws, you moron.
Talons.
It's true. Proven a lot of things.
No, phoenixes have talons, not claws.
Things like Luke Atmey, shut up, was a filthy blackmailer. Kodo's very rude, didn't he? And then he wasn't that lordly tailor the night of the murder.
That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
Oh, just one more thing?
What's that?
It should be a snap then.
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene.
Oh.
Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was a KB security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
He's got a point, actually. No way!
Order in the court! Well, Mr. Wright?
This is the final round.
It's the final.
I've got to prove
Yeah,
that
the
Atmey
final
was at
round by
Mr.
the
Bullard's
time now.
office on that night.
I gotta tell you, the true killer is Brett King.
That's long enough, Mr. Trite. I want to hear your answer.
Don't you see Phoenix Wright is attacking my family?
That night, Luke Atmey was at KB Security and the defense... Let me see. No, that's the thief. That just has to do with the warehouse.
I'm waiting.
That's Ron's.
5,
Autopsy
4,
report. Buzzer record.
3, 2, 1.
I can't prove it.
Congratulations, Phoenix.
Just as I thought.
Have a cookie.
But if we hear more of Detective Atmey's testimony,
Shut up.
Oh, we're at that part of the
Objection.
trial. Okay.
Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite.
what do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean.
What?
You really should learn to shut your mouth. Have you forgotten? Luke Atmey is here after we interrupted his own trial. Did you have failed to prove that he committed the murder?
It's a good point, actually.
I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Master Damask.
No.
Yes.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that law wins out in the end after all.
No, I've been defeated by the power of love. Wait, that's using the bad guy's line.
Detective as well as Master Damask, my verdict will verify that. Just as Ron the Light will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Order in the court! That's enough deliberation over this witness!
I can't believe this. At this rate,
No way.
Ron is...
Dead.
Don't give up, Nick.
Sure.
What to do now, Ben?
We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? Why?
Because the game said so.
No. This.
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Yep.
No, not that double jeopardy.
This is
No.
definitely a real-life thing in court, and one that is the most dreaded thing of the prosecution often.
Or if you're Donald Trump.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court?
Then...
That defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime.
Oh,
Yep.
True. Yeah.
well, it didn't make sense.
Basic logic. But this is a fundamental rule of all courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Atmey will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as Master Damask, which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned.
No way.
Yes, Wade.
That's why.
The fact that you are unable to prove Mr. Atmey's guilt of that crime here means that you will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer.
Ah!
Jesus.
And
Wow,
Jovah
Felix.
deafened the audience.
So, game over, I guess. The miracle never happened again.
It's his
Game
breakdown
over, man.
animation.
Game over.
Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent.
Let me guess. Mia Ex Machina.
The real killer, Luke Atmey, will go free. Pyrrhic victory. And that's the best I can hope for.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. And as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections?
Well. This is a
Then I
problem.
hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atmey.
Oh,
That's you, Shuri.
Objection? I think I see it.
You
Ah.
do?
Right.
Go ahead, sure.
Your Honor, when you were...
When you were in a child,
Oh, God! Has
do we
fully...
need an adult?
That typo is the most that beautiful, beautiful Capcom. Beautiful.
oh god.
Anyway,
God.
okay.
I think I stopped reading that line. I wasn't going to read that.
Feed it. Anyway, go on, Shuri.
Raise your head up high.
Yeah, please, let's just focus on this.
Have you forgotten what I used to tell you?
While laughing
Jesus
maniacally.
fucking Christ, Capcom.
Oh god.
I've always
excuse
someone who
Capcom,
smiles no
anything
matter
in
how
the
bad it gets.
Wait, people in higher positions of power getting found out to be in children? Oh my god, Sutakumi really is a prophet.
Oh, hey. Well, hey, guys, we're certainly smiling, and oh my God!
There we go.
Oh god.
Phoenix.
Long
Long
time
time
no
no
see.
Oh god, I don't see.
Come on, Finn, at this point you should have reached phase 4 already.
I know, it's just...
Mia! Also, fasten your seatbelt.
Why wasn't that one of the lines Sega put on those little heart things?
Yeah.
This is the true
Okay.
power of the curing
Okay.
channeling technique. Now fasten your
Okay.
seatbelts. Now, okay.
Jovah, that
Yeah.
bit has to be a squirm highlights.
Yes, I'll be on it.
I'll get on it.
Oh, or Beja will.
Well, I'm usually the one who
Anyway.
always does the highlights, so...
Well, I did the crystal gems
Now.
one, but sure you can.
Whatever, moving on.
Why do you want to do it?
So-
Go ahead.
Anyway, now fasten your seatbelt, guys, because believe it or not, Ghost Me is actually gonna be useful for once.
Oh joy. Well,
No way.
I mean, she was also useful in case 1 too, but remember.
Well, you know. What I mean is that useful in a way that's not so much Mia Ex Machina, and so that she doesn't feel useless.
Okay. that's
Again, like I said, this is the
Maximum's
game.
not over yet.
Like I said, this game is the main reason why Mia has her fan base. What do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting.
What? How
Let's
did
not,
you?
Please, Mia, don't bring that
Oh.
up again.
Okay. Sure, why not?
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has
Oh, you
made.
mean that?
Oh,
Ooh.
that. Okay.
That one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
God dang it.
It's like,
Yes,
it's like that
that's
scene in
true.
Emperor's New Groove when Isma manages to reveal what's under her leg and it's just a knife.
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you've
You're forgetting something.
What?
earlier after the last cross-examination.
Remember every word, every detail.
So,
Yeah.
Aha!
The witness said stuff.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am a detective as well as Master the Mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Run the Lights will verify that he is a true murderer.
Well, shit.
I declare that we might, with the full force of a detective class.
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Don't try and hide what you did.
very well. Then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination.
Seriously? Are we that desperate?
Let's just- No, okay. Now, okay, hold on. I'm gonna... Why is Godo... Didn't Godo just tell us that no more cross-examinations?
Well, Mia's actually bringing up a point, though.
Actually, no, he said no more testimony. Cross-examination comes after a testimony.
Oh, good point there, too, Shirley.
We, the defense, asserted a right to question them.
And since he did mention that he swore it on his ace of detectiveness, he's gotta provide one.
Yep. Is that alright with you,
Godo, try not to be too alarmed. My assistant just grew up a bit.
It should be no problem.
Something the matter, Mr. Godo?
Wait,
He's
what?
hypnotized by boobs.
What?
Nothing.
To be fair, wouldn't you be surprised if you saw a little girl Maya's age
True,
grow
I
up?
guess. Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehood will do anything to me, look at...
Let's hear it.
I guess Godot was entranced by TDs, I guess.
Well, to be fair, for all his
It's true that the witness made some remarks.
for all
Let's
his
go with that one for now.
yeah, for all his
So
spunk.
then,
Oh.
let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
I'll just say you this deal. For all his spunk, Godo is still looking for justice in some way or another.
No, I can see that. It's not like Francisca von Karma, let's say. Anyway,
Yeah.
Mr. Godot, what are you?
Very well then, Luke Atmey. Look at me!
Okay,
I'll allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
just stay out of any more children, Your Honor.
God damn it.
Let's end
Please,
this
no.
part now before it gets any worse.
Yes.
All right. See you
I
next
can feel
time.
the SWAT team coming to my house.
See you, everybody.
Yeah,
See
so
ya.
yeah.